we call it that old Mountain Dew. Them that refuse it are few. If you shove your mug, I'll fill up your jug with that good old Mountain Dew. Okay, you wanted the story about the bear, Jerry the bear. I went out to feed him one night. There's snow on the ground. It was cold. And I went back there and it was dark. I went out there to feed him, and he'd always stand up and walk straight to me and take the food right out of my hand and set it down and eat it. Well, he walked up to me, and that bear slapped that food away, and he grabbed me and gave me a big bear hug and took me down. Well, he was tied. He had the chain was staked around. He was tied. And I kept pushing myself out, and he walked with me. And I thought, well, I'll just push myself on out from under him. But when I got as far as to go, he tightened down on me with his claws right into my sides and wouldn't let me move. And I kept screaming for help. And I was getting numb. I had my hand in his mouth, in the lower part of his mouth. I'd always heard that's the way you can keep a dog from biting. You grab him right in the mouth. And I had that bear, and he couldn't bite me, but he wouldn't let me loose. And I was holding him, and I was screaming for help. And it was on the corner of First and State, and it was a standard filling station over there. And I had given up, really, because I was too numb to do anything, and he could have killed me. I got scars on my body right now where he bit me, because I'm not going to show them to you. But they're there, still got bear scars. And so I thought, well, I'll pray. And I prayed for God to help me. And I said, I'm going to holler one more time. And I screamed. In that split second, a car came across and rung the bell at that filling station. And they heard me scream, and they knew what it was. Well, they grabbed tire tools and took off over there and left the customer sitting there. And I never got him to fight me off because he was afraid of the bear. I said, he can't come no further. He's at the end of his chain. And they finally beat him off of me and dragged me out and took me to the hospital. And I was just cut all to pieces from that bear. I never did show him anymore. So at that time was having a radio auction here at WLBJ was still on there at that time, and they was having the radio auction. The Lions Club sponsored that for infantile paralysis. And people would call in and donate things, and then they'd auction, tell them about it. There's a whole group of men in a table in the studio in there, and they'd name what they're selling, describe it, and you'd call in on the radio and bid on it. And then they'd put it up, say, it's the last call for this item. And so I gave them the bear. Well, they had a lot of fun out of the bear. I gave a bear away to that radio auction. Well, they had so much fun out of that, and they decided we'd go to the wrestling match, which was held at the Armory at that time. And I'd take him up there and take him in the ring, and the auctioneer from down the stockyard came up there and was going to auction him off. So he did. I took the bear right up in the ring, and the auctioneer auctioned him off. And some nut did give $50 for that bear. He lived down at Woodburn. He had a nice farm down there. But I said you had to give him a nice home and take care of him, feed him, take care of him. That's the way I'm giving him away. I want him taken care of. And I took him down there, delivered him down there. And he had a stable in his barn. It was good thick oak lumber. And he said, well, let's keep him. I said, yeah. They'll hold him during this winter. It was in the wintertime. But said, when the spring comes, he'll chew through that lumber and get out. Sure enough, first few days, warm days, he chewed through that lumber and he got out. He was running around down there in the field, and everybody got their guns. They were scared to death of that bear. And there's a deputy sheriff here. I forgot his first name. His last name was Durham. He said, if you ever kill that bear, let me shoot him. I want to shoot that bear. So they called him out there in the field. They couldn't find me to come catch him. And he went down there with a .30-30 rifle and shot the bear and killed him out there in the field. Well, that's not the end of the story yet. There's a barbecue place out on the old Russell Road, this is years ago. that he is best. He can make better barbecue than anybody, and people go out there and eat barbecue. Well, they dressed that bear, and he barbecued that bear, and everybody was invited to come to that bear barbecue. They kept calling me, wanting me to come, and I wouldn't do it. I said, I'm not coming out there and eat that bear. And I wouldn't go. I guess I was the only one that didn't go eat some of that bear. So they had the barbecue, but I wouldn't go and wouldn't eat any of him. So anyway, that was the end of the bear story. So, goodbye, Jerry.